Hello friends, today you have to study about the hydraulic milling machine circuit. You have to continue with our hydraulic circuit design in a part 15 and the subject of oil hydraulics and pneumatics. Also hydraulic milling machine called as a surface grinding machine. Thus both circuit are same, hydraulic milling machine and hydraulic surface grinding machine. This is the our continued topic in a hydraulic circuit design in part 15. For the draw of hydraulic milling machine, what is the milling machine? First we have to understand, if here you have to draw, there is a workpiece. I have to give the number of teeth for this surface side in a circular gear. So it's required one milling cutter gear to grind the workpiece. So here I required one grinding mill, that's a number of teeth to cut the surface. And to operate this grinding wheel move in a horizontal position, like as a this position is required to move left side and right side to grind the workpiece. Means you have to creating a tooth inside the workpiece. For this motion, we have to require one double acting cylinder. Here required one double acting cylinder. To operate this double acting cylinder required one 4x2 direction control valve. But at this point we have to require the stop condition, and at this point also required to stop condition. For this stop condition we give the return feedback to move machine in a left hand side direction, and here also require one stop condition and to give the feedback message to machine move in a left hand side direction. For this points we give one limiting valve. Here we give limiting valve and also here give limiting valve to change over the position. This is the drawing for the milling machine. Let's we have to know how many components hydraulic parts are required to complete the hydraulic circuit for milling machine and hydraulic surface grinding machine. First required point is a hydraulic power pack. Here first point is required hydraulic power point. Then after required 4x2 DCV with pilot operated, because of we have to move motion return back after the completion of the milling, so that require the return back motion and give the feedback. The one motion is complete for an left hand direction and one motion is completed from right hand side direction. For giving a smooth operation with time span, one required is a variable FCV flow control valve. Then after two required two 3x2 direction control valve, because we have to operating 4x2 direction control valve with pilot operated, so we require two 3x2 direction control valve for an limiting valve. And then after require and last one double acting cylinder. This is the hydraulic component required to complete the drawing of milling machine, or as a call as a surface grinding machine. Let's we have to start from the bottom side of hydraulic power pack. First draw hydraulic tank. Here I draw hydraulic tank. Then after require in a content of hydraulic power pack one hydraulic tank and one hydraulic pump and motor set. So next we draw hydraulic pump and hydraulic motor set. For an hydraulic set, give a dark triangle inside the circle. so that symbol are as a hydraulic side. Then after both the component part, we have to connected hydraulic pump and hydraulic motor. Then after required one pressure control valve in a container HPP in a specific of pressure relief valve. Here draw one pressure relief valve. One side give a operated or return back position with spring and give its motion as a variable. So give one arrow direction, and another side of the pressure relief valve give as a dotted line, which is mentioned that it is a bypass line. Then after required 4 by 2 DCV with pilot operated. Next we have to draw 4 by 3 direction control valve. Here I draw 4 by 2 direction control valve. Give the two position for this valve. In the first position we give parallelly in and parallelly out condition. In another position give cross in and cross out condition. Here the one terms is given that with pilot operated. So we give the both side of the direction control valve is operated by pilot. Here both side we give operated by pilot condition. This is the symbol for pilot operated direction control valve. This inside rectangular in triangle, that's called a pilot operated condition. Then after required 2 3 by 2 direction control valve with limiting valve. First we have to draw double acting cylinder. Here I have to draw double acting cylinder. The double acting cylinder. Then after give the upper side drawing for an milling machine. There we have to workpiece is clamped on the machine table, and machine table is made to reciprocating motion by using of this double acting cylinder. This milling tool cutter or grinding will thus cut the workpiece from metal parts. Let's we have to draw upper side of the milling machine points. This is the reciprocating motion between a milling machine. Give one machine tool post. Here I have give the one machine tool post and require one grinding wheel. Here I give the one grinding wheel. Is the grinding wheel which cut the metal from the workpiece. Is the center point of the wheel, and this is a workpiece are clamped into the jaw. Then after, to operate this reciprocating motion from left side to right hand side direction, we give here one and here one 3/2 direction control valve with limiting valve. So let's we have to start to draw two 3/2 direction control valve. I start to draw two 3/2 direction control valve. Here I draw one direction control valve in a 3/2 position, and also here I would draw another 3/2 direction control valve. Give the two position for valve. Is the drawing for direction control valve. Give with operated by limiting valve. The both side of the direction control valve in a one side given by a operated with limiting valve. This point are called as a limit. That the reciprocating motion are stop at this position and start to in a reverse condition. Here the output from this position is given to a hydraulic tank. Here we have to draw short symbol for hydraulic tank. Also that position we have to draw short symbol for hydraulic tank. The another side of the hydraulic part are connected this position to pilot operated condition. Here we have to connect this 3/2 valve to another direction control valve which is operated by pilot. And here also give this point R as a connected to HPP hydraulic power pack. This point are called as a connected to hydraulic power pack. Require also one variable FCV. So at FCV we have to connect in hydraulic tank. Here we to give the complete line for an hydraulic tank. That's all component are we have to draw, which is the required for on the draw of hydraulic milling machine and hydraulic surface grinding machine. We have to completed all drawing one HPP 4/2 direction control valve with pilot operated. Here two 3/2 valve DC with limiting valve. Have to complete drawing. Then after required one double acting cylinder and one milling tool. Here we have to start to connect the all hydraulic component with hydraulic line. Let's we have to start from the bottom side of the drawing. The first component part is a hydraulic pump and motor set. Here we have to connect hydraulic pump and motor set to hydraulic tank and pressure relief valve drain into the hydraulic tank. Then after connect pressure control valve parallelly to hydraulic pump motor set. That's oil are passed to direction control valve. That's our 4x2 operated with pilot. This oil pass from direction control valve to double acting cylinder, so that we have to connect the first position to direction control valve in a one side, and another side of the direction control valve is connected to another side. These the both connection are connected to a direction control valve to double acting cylinder. Then after here is a return from the direction control valve is returned to hydraulic tank. Here we have to pending draw the variable FCV. Let's we have to connect that variable FCV in a exist line of the direction controller or double acting cylinder, because we have to control the motion or speed of the milling tool. So that's time the reciprocating motion of the grinding machine is we have to require the speed control, because of here we have to cutting surface from the workpiece or job. So it compulsory to control the speed of milling tool machine. So it's required one flow control valve with variable FCV in a return line of the direction control valve, and we have to attach one FCV. Here we give one FCV is here, so it's control the motion of milling machine. Then after we have to connect two 3x2 direction control valve to 4x2 direction control valve with pilot operated. Here this line we have to connect with here this first operated 3x2 direction control valve with limiting switch and connect to first side of the 4x2 direction control valve, and also the next direction control valve 3x2 position are connect to 4x2 in another side of the pilot operated condition. This is the complete drawing of hydraulic milling machine. Yes, we have to missing one part. We have to give direction control valve with operated another side of the spring. That's the complete drawing of hydraulic milling machine or surface grinding machine. Give the name for the all component part. Here is a hydraulic pump and motor set. We have to give the symbol for M. That's called as a hydraulic pump and motor set. Then after give here the oil coming from the pump, so give name P, and here the return from tank, the perhaps goal name as a T. Here is the first limiting valve. You have to give name LV1, and here the another side LV2, limiting valve 2. Here is the pilot operated first, P1 pilot operated, and here is the pilot operated 2, P2. Here this position called as a machine table. This is a machine table, and here workpiece. workpiece and one milling cutter. Here you to give, here is a milling cutter. This is a milling cutter and this is a workpiece. We have to darker this workpiece. Workpiece is the complete drawing for hydraulic milling machine or surface grinding machine. Let's we have to start to check how it's work and hydraulic oil flow from the hydraulic component part. First, the oil flow from hydraulic pump and motor set, means oil flow from hydraulic pump to motor head. Then after the direction controller and direction controller to double acting cylinder. At this time the cylinder and whole assembly move in a right hand side direction, and also this position or milling cutter move in a right hand side direction. But here is a milling cutter in a fixed position. Only workpiece with machine table move in a right hand side direction and cut the machine. When at this time this portion is hit the limiting valve first. Here this point are hit the limiting valve first, and it's give the feedback message to pilot operated P1. Limiting valve to message pass from the pilot operated P1. At this time the position are change over from this position to change over in a second position, means the first position is this active and then after the second position active this side. At this time the flow are changed from the direction control valve to double acting cylinder, so that the another position is active from the 4 by 2 direction control valve. The oil are passed from this way and this machine table are moved in a left hand side direction. That's called as another stroke or reverse stroke from the reciprocating motion of machine table. And this whole assembly move in a left hand side direction, and milling cutter are cut the machine from the workpiece or remove the excess metal from the workpiece. This is the operation from the. Then after this portion are hit this limiting valve, and this another limiting valve give the message to pilot to operated condition in a 4 by 2 direction control valve. Then after it's change the motion from green shadow to this pink shadow, means DCV changeovers is second position to first position, and the motion are continue in this working condition. First motion position in a left hand side direction or right hand side direction, then after another side direction are active. This reciprocating motion continues operated by limiting valve 1 and limiting valve 2 give the message passed from pilot operated 1 and pilot operated 2, and it's convert into the reciprocating motion. With smooth operation we give one flow control valve with a variable condition, so it's give a smooth working condition, so we get the perfect surface finishing in the workpiece. This circuit also called as a milling machine or surface grinding machine. Okay, thank you.